Hello, welcome to this short hands-free class. You might want to have a block or a brick to sit on and a block and a brick to use as a prop. We'll start comfortably seated, whether that means cross-legged or legs extended in front of you or even sat on your heels. Turn the palms facing up towards the ceiling, elbows towards the waistline. Find the spine long and close your eyes. Settle into your sitting bones by finding the breath coming in and out through the nose if possible. Imagine the breath coming in from your pelvic floor at the front of the body all the way into the crown of the head. And as you exhale, the breath comes into the back of the body, releasing the shoulders, lengthening the tailbone, finding a gentle pelvic tilt. Let's repeat this visualization of the breath for a couple of times. Inhale into the front of the body, to the crown of the head. Exhale, releasing shoulders away, finding the breath coming into the lower back. One last time. And then open your eyes. Take your palms facing down towards your thighs. And to start with, let's take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Take another couple of breaths here. Bring the head and the gaze back through towards the center as you inhale. As you exhale, let's take this to the other side. Let's come back through towards the center. This time bring the shoulders forward, up and back and down and forward and up and back and down and again. In the other direction, back and up and forward and down. Back and up and forward and down. And once more. So even though we shan't be bearing any weight onto our arms or wrists today, or very little, doesn't mean that we're not going to use our arms. So let's take some rotations into the wrists and then in the other direction. And then take the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Bring the fingers towards the shoulders so the elbows and the shoulders are in line, and let's start to make some circles. You can make the circles bigger and bigger and bigger, maybe to even have the elbows kiss one another. And then let's do this in the other direction. So small. And then bigger and bigger and bigger, maybe, and release. Good. From this, let's take the opposite crossing of the legs, or release your legs forward if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to come off my support. You may or may not want to do the same thing. Take the left hand to the side of the hip, slide the arm out, and then with the right arm up, turn the palm. Let's come to a C shape, releasing the bottom shoulder, allowing that gaze to go down to wherever it feels comfortable. Keep both sitting bones down on the floor. And then come back through towards the center. And let's do this to the other side. I didn't say this for the left side, but you could here, to completely remove any pressure on the wrist whatsoever, you could take a brick here and therefore release your forearm to it. So here you'd have the elbow in line with the hip, then take the left arm palm up and then take that C shape. You still have your sitting bones to the floor, you still have the bottom shoulder away from the ear, but your hand here, hands free. And take a few more breaths. Come back through towards the center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold yourself forward, and as much or as little as you want. Any amount will do, keeping those sitting bones down to the floor, crown of the head forward. Maybe you're closing your eyes and letting yourself release, stretch into the back of the body. Inhale, gaze back to your hands, lift onto the fingertips, and then exhale, come over to the left side, remembering to release still the right sitting bone down. Gaze towards the hands, come back through towards the center. Inhale, extend the spine once more. Exhale, over to the other side. Left sitting bone down, releasing forehead towards the leg. And then gaze, come back through towards the center. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Bring the knees back through towards the center. From this, let's come forward onto our shins, and you might either stay onto your shins or sit back onto your heels. And here we'll come into our cat-cow. So take the arms out to shoulder height. So you're into your cactus arms. As we inhale, we're going to chest bump and bring the elbows a little bit more behind our eye line. And then as we exhale, we're going to round. So remember, you can also do this onto your shins, chest bump, exhale, round. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. When you are ready to bring yourself towards the back of the mat so you have as much space in front of you. Come into your child's posture, hands behind you. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, bring the hands forward in puppy. Puppy sees the bum still in line with the knees, so you're stretching into the pectorals. Inhale, hands under the shoulders. You can come onto the fingertips. You're coming into your cow, and then as you exhale, your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale back into your child's posture. Good, let's do this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, puppy, so hands gliding forward, stretching into the chest. Inhale, slide the hands underneath you. You could also come onto your fists. And then as you exhale, you round. Inhale, back up. Exhale, child. You have 2 more of those. So inhale, lengthening into the front of the hips. Good. Exhale, puppy. Inhale, use your core. Slide your hands underneath into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your child. One last repetition. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, child. Good. Let's inhale, come up, and this time bring the right leg forward. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen the tailbone. Open the chest up, palms facing towards one another. Try to lift them a little bit more and even turn the little fingers back. Good. And then when you're ready, next exhale, you're going to hinge forward. Take the left hand under the left shoulder onto the fingertips, right arm going around to the left side of the waistline and turn your chest. You can even come to hold and to rest the left forearm onto the right thigh. So your fingers of the left hand are pointing towards the right hip. Then let's inhale, come back through towards the center. And then as you exhale, come into your child's posture. So take the front leg back, release yourself back into your child's posture. Inhale, lift up this time. It is the left leg that comes forward. You press the back shin down, you lengthen the tailbone, lift the chest, relax the shoulders. And then from this, you're going to come forward, release the left arm towards the right side of the waistline, and then the right arm will either be under, so you can twist, or you release the forearm down, so you can twist as well. So notice the right hand pointing towards the left hip. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, this time press the hands down onto the thigh, tuck the toes of the back foot, press and lift yourself back up into a standing posture. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold ourselves forward and down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees any amount. Inhale, lead, so we come into a chair, lifting up. Exhale, release the arms out to the side of the body. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, looking forward, stretching the arms and the back. You can still keep the knees bent. Exhale, bend the knees any amount, hands behind the calves. Inhale, you lead with the arms if the back is okay with that, otherwise just with the torso and then the knees. And release the arms out. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, looking forward, stretching into the back of the body. Exhale, bend the knees any amount. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, release the arms out to the side. One last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, bend the knees any amount. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, release the arms out to the side. Good. From this, you're going to bend the knees and have the feet fairly wide to then come from side to side. Bringing yourself back through towards the center. Have the feet parallel. Be anywhere on towards the middle of the mat, anywhere that feels comfortable. From here, we're going to bend the knees, lengthen the tailbone, release the shoulders back, find ourselves in Utkatasana, the chair posture. So you don't have to bend the knees so much, you could be a lot higher up. You lengthen the tailbone, you pivot the pubic bone, you roll the shoulder blades and back. You can take your hands into the lower back, roll the shoulders. So as well as being in Utkatasana here, you have the start of a Ustrasana camel. This one is a standing camel. Good. So back bend, yet you've got the knees bend, the weight onto the feet, and you lengthen the tailbone and open up, gazing towards the ceiling if that feels comfortable. Good. You're going to now gaze forward, straighten the legs, release the arms, and then take the legs a little bit wider. Pigeon toe, so the toes are out and the heels are in. And you're going to bend the knees and then come in between your legs in a variation of garland malasana. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you, you can use blocks and bricks to maybe support you, and actually you're sitting on there rather than putting the pressure onto the pelvic floor. Or you could even have, if the heels don't reach the floor, you could have some support underneath those as well. So here you're pressing the upper arms against the thighs, pressing the palms together, maybe gazing towards the top of the fingertips. And then let's find an elegant way of coming down. Spoiler alert, there isn't any, so we're going to release, boom, bum to the floor, legs forward if we can. To find ourselves into Dandasana, our staff posture. So here, fingertips to the side, press the thighs, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to wherever they want to naturally release on the side of the body. You could also have the legs a little bit wider if that's more comfortable for you. And lift the chest, and as you exhale, you're folding forward, keeping that belly in line with your thighs. So you're releasing yourself forward. You can close your eyes here. And of course, you can take the options that we have seen on previous recordings, where your heels are a little closer towards your body and you're bending your knees quite a lot or a little. Let's take a few breaths. And then gazing towards the toes, slowly and curling yourself back up. Let's take the right knee in towards the chest and then hug ourselves around to go for a gentle twist. You can release the back hand to come towards the outside, keeping that core control. Then gaze back to the center, spine comes back to the center. Let's do this to the other side. Take your knee in. Hug the right arm around the left knee. Left hand behind you, either supporting on your fingers lightly on the floor, or if you can, take the hand around without your back collapsing, then you may do so. Gaze back through towards the center, spine comes back through towards the center. Extend the legs, bring your bottom towards your heel, slowly uncurl yourself all the way back down to the floor. Allow for a few breaths and for your back to come back into its neutral position. Let's press the feet down. Inhale, lengthen the tailbone. Exhale, you're going to lift yourself all the way up into Setu Bandhasana, your bridge or your half a bridge. You might even bring the heels a little closer in, lengthen, push, use the thighs. Those of you that feel comfortable to roll the shoulders under, then you may. You may reach towards your ankles. You may reach towards the outside of the mat. You may even be able to interlace the hands together underneath your body, whatever feels good. Hold the posture, not the breath. Come down whenever you want to. And then you're going to release the shoulders if they're under you. Upper back, middle back, lower back, buttocks. And then allow the knees to knock in towards one another for a couple of breaths. And then separate the knees simply out to the side here. Take the arms a little further away from where you are, either in a T shape or in cactus arms. Allow the knees to come over to the right side and the gaze over to the left. Back through towards the center, knees to the left, nose to the right. Again, about 2 more times. Inhale to the center, knees to the right, nose to the left. Inhale to the center, knees to the left, nose to the right. One more round, following your own breathing pattern. Back through to the center this time. Walk the feet closer to one another. Slide the hands to the side of the body. And here you may stay or you may extend the legs and come into Shavasana for a moment or so. Roll the shoulders back and down so the inside of the arms are facing towards the ceiling, the fingers curling, the legs relaxed. Your face relaxed. Taking a few more breaths here. In Shavasana. That posture that brings everything together, the mind, the body, and the breath. Everything slows down. And gently, first breath, a little bit more deeper as you move the fingers and the toes. And then feel free to accompany those movements with deeper, longer breaths and stretchier, bigger movements until you can eventually roll yourself onto one side, curled up into a ball. Pressing your top hand down, bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated posture. Taking the time with one more breath to observe how you are feeling right now. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through your mouth. Let's take one more breath. Release the thumbs to the forehead for kind thoughts towards yourself and others. To your lips for kind words towards yourself and others. And to your heart for kind actions towards yourself and others. I salute you. Namaste.